What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 1 of my Seattle Kraken NHL 23 franchise mode. Today, we're going to start from day 1 of the first season and go all the way to the draft. If we get some playoffs in there, that's awesome. If not, hopefully we win the lottery. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with my franchise modes, I like to try and have fun with it. I do try and keep it somewhat realistic. I'm not just going to go out there and trade for Moritz Seider, Dylan Larkin, and Lucas Raymond for all my first-round picks and try and go for the cup. I'm not going to do anything crazy. But at the same time, I don't want this to be a boring franchise. It's not going to be super realistic in the fact that I don't make trades. I like to make trades. I like to have fun with it. Now, I said in episode 0, what's going to be happening is that Shane Wright is going to be getting some ice time. And right now, I have him on the second line with Jordan Eberle and Andre Burakovsky. Matty Beniers is on the third line with Schwartz and Donskoy. And the first line is Yanni Gourde, Jared McCann, and Oliver Bjorkstrand. On defense, we have Dunn with Larson, Alexiak, Schultz, Carson Soucy with Cale Fleury. And then in net, we have Jones, we have Drieger, and we also have Philip Grubauer, because I like to keep injuries off. Now, with injuries off, that means that we have, well, 1, a goalie controversy, and 2, some moves that need to be made. So in episode 0, I said that our defensive prospect pool is looking pretty weak, and yeah, we really don't even have one. So I'm not going to make a trade yet, but that is what I'm looking to go for. I want to upgrade our defensive core by a lot. I have Grubauer, Donskoy, Gordon. I'll throw a couple other players on here on the block just to see if we can get some action. Maybe throw a Sprong on there. Now we have Geeky as well playing in the AHL right here, but we'll throw Sprong on there. And Ryan Donato, why not? Now in this franchise mode, you're going to see some simulation. You're going to see lots of trades. You're going to see big name signings at free agency, and you're going to see everything you need to see in the draft. That being said, if there's anything you want me to change throughout this franchise mode, this is the first one I've done in quite a while, and I don't know how the dynamic has changed. So, if there's anything you want me to change, want me to do, let me know down below, and I can definitely do that in episode 2. With that being said, I'm just going to sim the preseason, don't really care too much about it. First year preseason, not expecting too much, and I don't expect the team to be very good this year. Now, in real life, they're actually doing fairly well, but in this, I don't expect them to do too well. So, we're going to go ahead and skim. Oh, we got our first trade. Right away, Donskoy. And a third, like, we're not paying to get rid of Donskoy. I can tell you that right now. All right, and through the preseason, we actually went, I think, 6-1. We did really well here, including a 7-0 shutout over Calgary. That's not expected. Our only loss coming to the Vegas Golden Knights. So I'm going to go ahead and slow sim the first game of the season here. If we win this game, I will continue slow simming until we lose our first game of the year. And if we lose this game, I will continue simming until we win our first game of the year. Anaheim, you are the first victim here against GM Thrash. Let's see what we have. After the first period, it is 0-0. 7 shots for Anaheim, 12 for Seattle. We're doing well. Second period, we get on the board twice. Alexiak and Bjorkstrand get the goals. Trevor Zegras, from a weird position on the ice, gets a goal. Gets it by Drieger. All right. Slow sim this third period here. Let's have some fun. Tanev makes it 3-1. If you guys want me to change anything, let me know. Like I said, we're going to do this first episode as we have a power play. Cannot capitalize on that. Something to keep an eye on. But we're going to go ahead and sim every game we win. Once we lose a game, we're going to go up to the Christmas break as Jaden Schwartz gets one more from right behind the net, it looks like. I'm not sure. Regardless, a 4-1 victory in our debut. A bunch of points here, looking great. Shane Wright did not have a point. How about Matty Beniers? Nothing for him either. However, both players were a plus. Now, they are the future. Beniers and Wright are the future of this team. Let's be real. Game number 2 against the LA Kings. All right, let's see what we got here, shall we? After the first period, it is 0-0, just like last game. Shots are tied at 8. Second period, still 0-0. Goalie battle here. However, LA absolutely crushing us in the shots. Let's see if we can stand strong here in the third and get ourselves a couple points. Come on, guys. Need something big. And there it is, Jared McCann from a crazy angle. And then Eberle, less than 30 seconds later, makes it a 2-0 game. All right, here we go, guys. There's Waugh making it 2-1. 7 minutes to go. Come on, shut him down, guys. Lots of shots coming in from LA. Jones is playing very well. 1 minute to go, and we get another victory. A 2-1 win. Wright gets his first point of the season. Nothing there for Matty Beniers, but another victory for the team as we now head home for the first time. All right, we're at home for the first time against the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas, the only team to beat us in the preseason. Let's see what happens. After the first period, it is 1-0. Donskoy gets the goal early. Second period, and it is a 2-2 game. Carlson and Kolesar get on the board. Then Jaden Schwartz, with 3 seconds left on a sharp angle, makes it 2-2. Shots are also tied at 22 apiece. Lots of 2s here. We're on the power play here in the third. Cannot capitalize. Vegas gets a power play right after, but they cannot score. 11 minutes to go here in the third. Vegas taking control here. Another power play. They cannot beat the goalie as we may be heading to overtime. Only 2 minutes to go here in the third. And indeed, we are headed to OT. In the overtime, 3-on-3. Who's going to get it? Shea Theodore. He beats Martin Jones from a sharp angle. What is with these shots? Regardless, we take our first L. However, we still get a point. Who did what? Matty Beniers getting 2 assists. Things you love to see. Shane Wright was at a plus or a minus. He had 2 shots on goal there. Again, they are the future. They're who I want to keep an eye on. 5 out of a possible 6 points through our first 3 games. An absolutely awesome start. I'm going to go ahead and sim all the way to the Christmas break. From there, we're going to take a look at stats, standings, and everything else, and see if we want to make some moves. Detroit's trying to trade us Ben Sherratt. I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm definitely not helping you out with that contract. All right, well, we're here at the Christmas break, and we're at 14, 13, and 5. So through 32 games, we have 33 points. Not terrible, but definitely not great. Burakovsky's leading the way in points, 27 and 32 for the guy. Let's take a look at the rest of the team here. Let's take a look and see how Shane Wright's doing. Wright with 21 points already. He's at a 78 overall. He already has 5 goals. Let's go, kid. Eberle has 24. Bjorkstrand with 19. Any crazy minuses? Yeah, Jaden Schwartz at a minus 14. Definitely something to keep an eye on. Where's Matty Beniers at? He only has 11 points to 30. He's a minus 13. All right, we got to change something there for sure. For goalies, it looks like Drieger has been playing much better. He's played less games, though, with a 921. Holy crap. I think it's safe to say the Schwartz-Beniers-Donskoy line is absolutely terrible. I'm just going to throw that out there. And I don't think I want to split up Burakovsky, Wright, and Eberle. They've played very well together. They're all a plus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that line. Bjorkstrand, Gord, and McCann. McCann not doing nearly as well as I had thought. Let's see if we can switch some stuff up here. All right, so I'm just gonna move some stuff around here. I'm gonna try McCann, Beniers, Burakovsky, Schwartz, Wright, Eberle, and then Gord, Donskoy, and Bjorkstrand. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I don't see Yanni Gord being here super long. I do plan on trading him maybe at the deadline, maybe sooner, because we don't need another center. We have so many centers. In fact, we already have Geeky, who's ready to go here in the NHL as well. We need to get Shane Wright as much playing time as possible. Same with Matty Beniers. So, Yanni Gord is probably on his way out, and I'm going to be looking for a young defenseman. Speaking of moves, I think it's time to make our first move. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Philip Grubauer up and see if anyone's interested. Get rid of that contract because, let's be real, we're going to be making some moves at the deadline, and Philip Grubauer is not getting any playing time whatsoever. We might as well see if we can get something for him. He's got a massive contract. He's only 82 overall, and Drieger has been playing well, and we have Martin Jones. So let's see if we can get anything for Philip Grubauer. No one is interested. That being said, we could add a sweetener on to get rid of him. Right now, I don't feel like that's necessary. Hell, let's give him a shot. We aren't able to move him, so let's give him a shot here in goal. We will scratch Martin Jones for the game. Drieger will be our backup, and Philip Grubauer is going to start our game here against the Calgary Flames. If Grubauer comes to play, maybe he figures out his game. We might be able to move Martin Jones, who has an easier contract. Who knows? Let's see how we do against Calgary here. The first game after the Christmas break, our new line set up. Let's see how this goes. After the first period, 2-0, Larson and Tanev. A couple guys you wouldn't expect to get them. We're up 2-0. Second period, it's 3-1 as Kadri gets a goal from a sharp angle. Seems to happen a lot in the sim. And then Justin Schultz with a goal on Markstrom. We're up 3-1 in the third period. I mean, so far, so good. 1 goal on 17 shots. Power play for Calgary. And we shut them down. Awesome. Come on. What do you have for us? Grubauer, keep them out of the net. That's 25 shots. Only 1 goal allowed. Interesting. Philip Grubauer playing well. We're up by 2. 2 minutes to go. And no empty netter, but we do get a big victory. Your 3 stars of the game. Tanev, Schultz, and Philip Grubauer with an outstanding game there. Now, in the entire league, Pittsburgh is absolutely dominating. 51 points in 35 games. They're 23-7-5. Washington, Vancouver, that's realistic. Boston, Detroit, that's realistic. What is the sim, man? Very interesting. So we go through here and we take a look and see who's doing what. We're going to go through our division as well and see how we compare with the rest of the league and whatnot, but so far, it looks like we're going to be a bottom feeder. Yes, Colorado and Edmonton doing absolutely terrible. And there we are, beating Calgary. Who else is down here? New Jersey, yep, super realistic. And, oh yeah, Carolina at the very bottom, right, just like real life. Well, we are 6th place in the Pacific at the moment. 1 point behind Edmonton with 3 less games played. Interesting. As for leading scorers, Alex Ovechkin leading the way with 31 goals in 37 games at 58 points. Who could have seen that coming? We've got Pasta, Oshie, Bergeron, Kuznetsov, high up there, obviously getting all those assists for Alex Ovechkin. There's Austin Matthews, he's up to 24 goals. Remember, this is just some more players. You know, Clayton Keller having a great year. Now, I'm just going to show off some players. McDavid, 37 points. He's a point per game. Interesting. But I'm just going to show off some players here. We go through, and then in the future, like I said, if there's anything you want me to change or do differently, now is the time to let me know, so that way I can do that for episode 2. Well, we won our last game, and we're going to play Philip Grubauer again here against the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. Let's see if he can shut him down. We're going to find out real quickly here if we have a goalie controversy or not. Let's find out. In the first period here against Edmonton, the score is 2-2. Gordon, Tanev get it for us. Nuge and Yamamoto for Edmonton. It's already 2 goals on 7 shots for Edmonton. Second period, it's 3-2. Yanni Gourde gets another as he beats Stuart Skinner. We have a lead here in the third. Grubauer, shaky. Now up to 14 saves on the game. 10 minutes ago, and Hyman beats him there. 3 goals on 18 shots. Another power play for Edmonton. They cannot capitalize. We have lots of shots here on Stuart Skinner. Can't beat him here in the third. 2 minutes to go as this one is headed to overtime. In the overtime period, the game winner is decided by... Oh, looks like it's going to be a shootout. And in the shootout, we walk away with 2 big points. There we go. Philip Grubauer did allow 2 goals in the shootout. However, Burakovsky, Gourde, and Dunn get by Stuart Skinner. Gourde's your number 1 star, followed by Tanev and Oleksiak. Not a great game for Philip Grubauer, I will say. While he walked away with a victory, stats could have been better. I'm just going to take a look here on the trading block and see if there's anyone interesting, see if there's any young players and maybe somebody's trying to dip, and maybe we can make a move and acquire somebody on the back end, even if it's just a prospect or whatnot. I'm going to see if there's anyone I'm interested in. After taking a look around the NHL, there's not really anyone that really catches my eye. A couple big name players, but not anyone we're going to go after. From here, we're going to sim all the way up to the All-Star break. We'll sim to about here. And then we'll take a look and see where we're at yet again. Well, after some crazy luck, we were first place in the Pacific Division. Tied with the Canucks. I don't know how that happened. We're 25, 15, and 9. Burakovsky's up to 38 points in 49 games. Shane Wright has 27. Now, I will say, I'm kind of disappointed in Matty Beniers. Still a big minus on the team. However, he's up to an 85 overall. Shane Wright's up to an 80, so things are looking up here. And so far, we're in a playoff spot. Now, between our 3 goalies, there is a clear loser here. And it's Martin Jones. Now, while Grubauer may have played less games, still way better stats. Martin Jones is the goalie on his way out. We are going to run with Drieger and Grubauer. That means, Jones, you are getting traded. Now, while we may be first in the Pacific, we are 8th in the entire league. Boston leading the way. Hey, look, that actually is realistic. We have Tampa Bay, Washington, Pittsburgh, Toronto, Ottawa, and Detroit. And then there we are here in 8th. We're not scoring a lot of goals, and we're allowing a decent amount of goals, but yet here we are. Not totally sure how this is working. Our power play percentage is absolutely dreadful, so I'm going to play with that. Put a shorthanded, or PK here. PK's not absolutely terrible, but it could be better for sure. In the entire league, Ovi's leading away with 74 points in 53 games, followed by Pasta, Bergeron, Barkov, Crosby, Scheifele, Kuznetsov, Matthews, McKinnon, and a few other players here as we go through. We'll see if we can find Connor McDavid. There's a Draisaitl there. Connor McDavid. There you are, buddy. 49 points in 50 games. They need to fix this sim. Like I said, we're going to look for a trade, and we are now conservative sellers. Now, we are first in the division. We could and probably should make the playoffs at this point. That being said, Martin Jones, let's see if anyone is interested in taking you on. You're a $2 million goalie, 1 year left. Anyone interested? Philadelphia wants to give up Rasmus Ristolainen in the 5th. Or we can go to Washington and get a 5th and Rybinski. Now, regardless, we are getting something for Martin Jones. Now, I don't think a 5th is going to cut it, but maybe we can get something else for him. I would like to... I mean, a 5th just is not a lot of value, though Jones does not have a lot of value. If I could get a 2nd, I'd be very happy. That's not going to cut it, though. Obviously, look at the trade values. I would like to get a 3rd. It doesn't look like they have a 3rd this year. They have a 3rd in 2024, though. Would this go through? Martin Jones for the Washington Capitals 3rd in 2024. They say no. A 5th just does not sound right. I could throw in like a 7th or something. I don't know. Do we want to do that? We're shedding a little bit of cap here, and maybe we can make a run for it. at the deadline and maybe make a run for the playoffs, because we are doing fairly well. I'm gonna try that. I'll go for a third. Dump Martin Jones for a third, and we'll throw in like we have 2-6. We'll throw in a 6. So Jones in a 6 for a third-round pick from Washington. That does get accepted. There you go. Martin Jones is off the team. $2 million is off the books, and we're going to continue on with our sim. We have a game here against the Islanders, our first game after a break, so of course we are going to slow sim it. And after the first period, it's 2-0. 2 goals on Drieger. 2 goals on 8 shots. Uh-oh. Second period, it's 3-3. So now 3 goals on Drieger, but Tanev, Schwartz, and Donskoy all solve Sorokin. And 3 goals on 15 shots for the Islanders. Looks like just a bad game for Drieger, who has our best numbers as a goalie. A 5-on-3 there, and we don't score. There it is. Shane Wright does get a goal. Makes it 4-3. We have the lead. Not a lot of shots for the Islanders. Hopefully we can just shut them down here and walk away with a victory. There's another power play, and we do not capitalize. I'm very concerned for our power play. Wright got 1 there, which is great. 2 minutes to go here. No empty netter, it looks like, but that's fine. Another victory for the Kraken. Yanni Gourde with 3 more points there. He's stacking that value, and I wanted to trade him, but, like, he's been really good, and he's putting up points, and, man, I don't know. After that loss, the Islanders fired their head coach. We did that. You're welcome. Yeah, Gourde has 29 points in 50 games. He's playing on the third line. Now, I will say, Matty Beniers up to an 85. I mean, I would... He just doesn't have a lot of production is the problem here. Let me see what Yanni Gourde's trade value currently is. Yeah, he has a decent amount of value, but his salary is high. He's got 3 years left. He's playing the third-line center position, and we still have Geeky. Like, Geeky is still here. He's still someone that we can bring up if we have to. He has 41 points in 42 games in the AHL, so it's not like he can't play. We're still looking for defensive help, but if something comes along where Gourde is available and maybe we want to move him for a defenseman, like, this is a good option. We're going to wait until the deadline, but that may be something we have to do. I'm going to take one more look through the trading block and see if there's anything I like. Yeah, John Klingberg's up there, and that's just not someone that I think we should go after. We should go after more youth. I don't think this is a year where we win the Stanley Cup. I think instead we should focus on the future here. Ghost, cool, but I'll look through. I'll let you know if there's anything I see. Not really young, but Severson and Graves both up for the New Jersey Devils. Graves, I don't know. I've always been interested in him, and he does fit the bill. I don't know if that's somebody we want to add, but he's only got a 1-year deal left. That's something we could look at. He's only 27, so he'll be 28 next year if we re-sign him. That's an interesting option. I'm not seeing a lot of anything else around, unfortunately. I don't mind going after the Devils here. I know that they're not having a great season whatsoever. Ryan Graves has a decent amount of value, as does Severson. Severson fit the bill at all? How's he doing? D-pair 3. He'd be good for the PK, but our PK is all right. Graves, on the other hand, could be a top-tier fit for us for a long time at 84 overall. Oh, man, this is an interesting one. Now, if we were to go to the Devils and say we wanted Graves, what would it cost us? It would be Nelson and 2/3. A third, a fourth, and Nelson... Wait, what? Okay. Or Evans, a 5th, and a 7th. Now, I don't want to give up Evans. He's actually our only defensive prospect at the moment that has a chance. Honestly, I'm pretty sure he's the only one. He's 70 overall. He's 21, though. Like, this... Riker Evans, like, maybe he doesn't go. Maybe he doesn't make it, you know what I mean? And we get Graves right now. He's got a decent amount of trade value, but at 70 overall, he's already 21. Interesting. This is an interesting trade. We could pick up Graves, somebody who I feel like will be on the team for a while. We get help on the back end. He's not super old, but he's also not very young, you know what I mean? He would be our highest overall defenseman, and when you can acquire an 84 overall defenseman for a 5th, a 7th, and honestly, I don't think Evans is going to be a player who makes it for us. I'm going to dip on the 7th and just see if this will go through. If it does, I'm very happy with this trade. New Jersey, what do you say? Ryan Graves coming to Seattle? He is. Riker Evans is given up. He's a young defenseman who could make it, but it's going to be a long shot. And we get ourselves a top-tier defenseman for our team. Now, when I say top tier, obviously I'm not talking about, like, Norris winner, but when it comes to our team, this is our best defenseman now. He fits in great with Schultz, Dunn and Larson looking good down here, and then we have Cale Fleury with Carson Soucy. Carson Soucy, obviously a much better defenseman. Who was with him down here? Who would we be moving in? It'd be Alexiak. Alexiak, I mean, he's 82 overall. How's he play with Soucy? They are terrible together. All right. Is there anything we can do to switch this up? Like, I have no problem moving somebody else. I don't want to touch this top 4. Like, I'm not touching the top 4 whatsoever. Kale Fleury could be on his way out. If we can find somebody to work with Alexiak or Susi, that could be a good idea. We're not at the deadline yet, and we're already looking to make some moves to try and get better. We're about to play the Devils, and Graves is about to play his former team. Let me take a look. Now, Graves is somebody I want to re-sign, by the way. I'm not just getting Graves for the playoff run. Graves is somebody I want to be around for a long time. After looking around, honestly, I think we're just going to run Susi and Fleury here together, and this is just going to be what we run our defense at. Graves and Schultz, a +2. Dunn and Larson, a +3. I'm pretty happy with that. I also went ahead and played with the power play, so we'll see if that changes anything. Let's get into this game against the New Jersey Devils. After acquiring Graves, we head into New Jersey to play his former team, and after the first period, it's 2-1. Schultz and Eberle get the goals, Marino scores on Drieger. Second period, it's 4-1, Burakovsky and Tanev, and we are on the board here doing well. On power play here, and we don't capitalize. That's a shame. After moving some stuff around, I was hoping we'd get one as Siegenthaler makes it 4-2. We're doing all right. Drieger with another solid performance. 2 goals on 25 shots so far. 8 minutes to go here in the third period. I'm happy with the team. It looks like we're doing well. We made a big move to get Graves, and now we pick up a victory against the New Jersey Devils. Drieger gets second star. I mean, we can't complain whatsoever. Like, we are doing very well. We have 3 weeks into the trade deadline, so let's sim all the way up. I'll let you know if we get any offers, and we will take a look and see if we want to do some upgrading. But for now, we're first placed in the Pacific. Well, we've sitting up to the trade deadline. Let's enter it and see how we do here. I'll let you know right now, we're looking pretty good. Patrick Kane's an option. O'Reilly's an option. Ellis is an option. Bertuzzi, Klingberg, Perron. A lot of big names up, including Cam Fowler. What's up? Eberle has taken over our top spot for points, followed by Burakovsky, Schwartz, and Shane Wright, up to 32 points on the year. He's an 80 overall. Matty Beniers has 29 points now. He's up to an 85 still, so looking pretty good. For goaltenders, we're going to look through everything here. Goaltenders, Drieger and Grubauer both looking all right. Grubauer not amazing, but like, I mean, a 909 is not terrible. His goals against isn't great, but the goalies have not played terribly. I'm actually pretty happy, man. Like, we are doing well. In the Pacific, we're still first place. We're 2 points ahead of the Knights and 3 points ahead of Vancouver. And in the entire league, we're actually sitting in 6th behind Montreal, Washington, Pittsburgh, Boston, and Tampa. On Connor Bedard watch is the New York Islanders, the New Jersey Devils, the Chicago Blackhawks, and somehow the Colorado Avalanche. Well, if they're tanking, let's see if we can help them. Yanni Gourde is someone I've been talking about wanting to move. Let's see if we can move Yanni Gourde for another defenseman. If we can't move him for a defenseman, I'll see what else we can get. Yanni Gourde, what options do we have? A third and a fourth in Kulikov, Shattenkirk in 2/4, Ghost, Stetcher. I'll go through these and let you guys know. Honestly, not a lot here. A lot of older players, which makes sense. We're at the trade deadline here. Rosé in there in a second is an interesting option for sure. He was obviously just in the World Juniors. 69 overall, 19 years old. I just don't see a scenario where he really ends up panning out. That second's nice, but I don't see a scenario where we want to add him in. No, honestly, something we're struggling with is goal scoring, so let's go find ourselves a sniper. I mean, Patrick Kane's a sniper, right? We could just go Patrick Kane. Hey, there we go. Problem solved. No, we're not going to go after Patrick Kane. I'm thinking maybe we take a run here at Timo Meier. Now, he's obviously on a team that's not doing great. They're sellers. Meier's on an expiring deal. It only makes sense for us to go after him. And let's see who they're interested in picking up. We could give up Yanni Gourde, right? They're interested in Yanni Gourde. He's got 3 years left on his deal. He's, I don't know why they're interested in him, but they are. And we could throw in a second-round pick. That's, I don't know how this adds up. EA, I mean, I'll take it. If this is going to go through, we get Timo Meier, I think that would be absolutely huge for us. I don't know, man. I got to try this. Yanni Gourde on his way out for Timo Meier, and this will allow us to call up Geeky if we have to for the center position. They say no. They say no. All right, that's fine. Now, what I'll do is I'll throw in a third for this year, but I'm going to want a little bit of value back there. Maybe you give me Carolina 6 or something. We'll do something like this. All right, a second, a third, and Gourde. I don't want to give up that first-round pick just in case, but if we have to, we may. What do you guys say? They say no. I'll take out the 6. Guys, second, third, Gourde? Absolutely not. Now, I know he has a lot of value. That being said, we're running out of time here on the day. I don't really want to overpay by too much. I tell you what, San Jose. We'll go next year, all right? 2 seconds in Gord. What do you guys say? 2 seconds in Gord for Timo Meier. They're going to say no. We're running out of time. I would love to pick up Timo Meier for our playoff run here. I don't want to give up everything. You know what I mean? I don't want to give up a first this year, do I? It's going to cost a first in real life. What if we go a first and a second? First and a second, and then we would actually have to add on a player. See if there's somebody that they're interested in with a decent amount, but a little bit of value here. Maybe like, look, they're interested in Brandon Tanev. What if we did this? Tanev, a first and a second for Timo Meier at the deadline. They say no. Ah, oh, man. Timo Meier, I mean, this is a guy who has 30 goals this year. We need goal scoring. Man, do we give up more than this? I don't know. I have to try and make something happen here. If it's not going to happen with Timo Meier, I got to find it with somebody else. The backup plan for me is to go for Brock Besser here. They are not interested in giving him up, but again, one of those scenarios where he doesn't have a lot of trade value. They're interested in picking up some of these players as well. I could go Tanev a second and a third for Besser. I will do it. It's so unrealistic. It is. Like, it just simply is. But, like, they want a third. They want Tanev. They don't have any value for Besser at all here. 43 points in 61 games. It's not like he's doing terrible. Decent contract, but man, do we do this? Brock Besser? Hell, I might be able to do it for that. No, I can't. Okay. I was going to say, I'll throw in a third. If they say yes to this, I mean, it feels unrealistic, but this is a player that we could add. And they do say yes. That's our big move at the deadline. We add Brock Besser, someone to add to the first line. We have no time left here, as we don't end up doing too much at the deadline, but we do make a big move. David Perron's available. How much value does he have? Can we get him for cheap? He has a decent amount of value, it looks like. I don't think we're going to get him super cheap here. I would give him a second. That's not going to be enough. I think we're going to stick with what we did. Brock Besser being the only player we move. Patrick Kane's not going to move. Like, these are things that EA needs to work on and fix, in my opinion. Like, these things, these players, they should be moving. They should, be let go. The deadline is complete. We only make the one trade. Now, let's go through the deadline and see what happened here. We actually had the last trade of the day, and there was a lot of trades on this day. Athanasiu and Domi from Chicago for a second and a couple of players. Any big ones here? Big ones. Tyler Bertuzzi and a third for 2 seconds. I feel like Detroit would have gotten more than that in real life. Boone Jenner to Nashville for a second and... Hero? I'm not sure how to say it, unfortunately. And then Columbus acquired Robertson and a 6 for Gavrikov and Nyquist? What? Taze went to Buffalo, and Buffalo also got Severson. Wow. And Buffalo got Ghost. Buffalo loading up this year. Chicago got Logan Stankoven. That's a big one there for 2/3 and Roussel. Detroit traded Kopp and 2 fourths for a second, Jornfot, and a third. Interesting. That's a good trade for Detroit. Looking for the big ones here. And yeah, the biggest one, I mean, Brock Besser getting moved from Vancouver. That's a big deal. I know it's interdivision as well, and it's an interesting trade, but he didn't have any value. I gotta go for it. We got Brock Besser without giving up our first-round pick. So now our offense is Burakovsky, Beniers, Besser, Wright, McCann, Bjorkstrand. Now, I could switch Beniers and Wright and get a +2 for Wright and Besser and Burakovsky. I'm just going to leave it like this for now. We'll see how we're doing right before the playoffs. Actually, we could move Eberle up and Bjorkstrand down. Eberle having a pretty good year, and that's a +2 for Wright and McCann there. Maybe I leave it like that. Maybe. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that, and then we can figure out this third line problem. Doesn't look like there's a way for me to get rid of that -1. I don't think that's the end of the world. And then our D pair is looking exactly how it was. How's Alexiak doing here? It's a -7. He only has 7 points. Let me take a look at Carson Soucy. He has 11 points. He's a -2. He's going to play with Fleury from now on. We're going to leave it like that. We've got 2 goalies that are splitting games. We picked up Brock Besser. Let's see how we do here against Colorado. First game after the trade deadline. After the first period, it's 2-0 Colorado. McKinnon and McCarr getting the goals. I mean, 2 players you would expect to score, let's be real. Second period, it's 5-0. Oh boy, we're going to get out of this one. We lose 6-0. A bad game in general for the team. Yikes, that's not what I wanted to see. Now, I hope that was just a bad game, and we can move on here against Anaheim and bounce back. So, we're going to sim this one as well. That was a bad game. Let's see what happens here. First period, we're down 1-0. We haven't scored a goal in 4 periods. Second period, finally get on the board. We're still down by 1 as Bjorkstrand gets on the board. What is going on here, guys? We get that trade to acquire Brock Besser, the only trade we made, and now we score less? How does that happen? We were already doing terrible. 10 minutes here in the third, shots are even, and Burakovsky ties the game. Let's go, Burakovsky. Doing well for us. Would love to see a Brock Besser goal late here in the third period to give us the win. Instead, Strome scores, and we take the L. Wonderful. We're going to slow sim one more game, and we'll see who does what. But if we lose the next game and we don't put up a decent amount of goals, I got to make some line changes quick here. I want to make sure we make the playoffs and we go for a deep run. We're playing Ottawa. Our records are pretty similar. This could be a good test. First period, we're down 1-0. Claude Giroux gets it. Second period, 2-2. Besser gets 1 and Yanni Gourde gets 1. Batherson for Ottawa. We have 16 shots, so we're not shooting the puck a lot, but Bjorkstrand gives us the lead here in the third. Ottawa outshooting us. Besser gets another one. Ottawa on the power play. A long power play, and Giroux does capitalize late in that power play. We have a power play here. It'd be great to score, and Zaitsev gets a shorthanded goal instead to tie it. Guys, what is going on out here? 4 minutes to go. I mean, we scored 4 goals in this game. Can we get a W, please? We're headed to overtime. In overtime. Come on, somebody score. We're going to a shootout? Fine. In the shootout, we take the L. The only shootout scorer is Alex DeBrincat. Hey, Brock Besser picking up 2 goals. He had 2 hits in the game as well. He came out to play. Where's the rest of the team? That's 3 straight L's and 4 of our last 5. I'm going to make a move. Shane Wright's going to play on the first line. Yanni Gourde's going to play on the second. Matty Beniers is going to go down to the third. Not that I don't like Matty Beniers or anything like that, but I want to see if we can get something going here. Let's see what happens in our next game. After our next game, we're simming all the way up to the playoffs. We're playing Dallas. Let's get this one. Let's win this game. We need a big victory here, guys. First period. We're down 1-0. Robertson gets the goal. Only 6 shots in the first. Second period. 3-2. We finally get something going here. 19 shots on goal. Besser, Bjorkstrand, and Gourde score, and we have a lead in the third period. Win this game. Power play here for Seattle. We cannot score. Hintz ties the game at 3. Is this a goalie problem? Is this a whole team problem? Is this what we should be? And after the deadline, like we're showing our true colors? Like, I don't know what's happening here. Kivaranta gives Dallas the lead. A lot of shots on goal for Dallas as we take yet another L. Besser with 2 more points. Hey, Besser has been a great addition so far. We are sliding down, and I don't think there's a scenario where we don't make the playoffs here. We're decently above the Sharks, and oh man, this is tough. Besser's now our leading scorer, by the way. He's come in and he's produced. This has been a great trade for us so far. Graves is going to play with Larson. Dunn is going to play with Schultz. We're going to try this out. You know what? You know what? No. I'm even going to move it around even more. Susie will play with Schultz. Dunn will play with Fleury, and Larson will play with Graves. I'm going to sim up to the playoffs, and we're going to see if we are able to... There's no way we don't make the playoffs, right? There's just no way. All right, we're going to sim up here, and yes, we will make the playoffs. Some big victories here. In fact, I'm just saying, if we win this game, we clinch the division and first place against the Vegas Golden Knights, who are 7 points behind us. This is a big game. Looks like some moves on the defense have helped. Let's see how we do against Vegas. First period, it's 2-1 Vegas. Yanni Gourde gets the goal for us. Drieger in net. Second period, it's 3-2. Burakovsky with the goal. Tie it up, guys. Let's win this one, and let's win the division. A power play. A long power play. And we do not capitalize. That power play has been terrible this year. 7 minutes to go here. Can we get one? We're out shooting them. I feel like we're outplaying them. We cannot solve the goalie. 2 minutes to go. And Schultz solves Lehner. There we go. We get a point that could secure the division. In overtime, we're out there looking for the dagger. And unfortunately, we don't find it. And we head to a shootout. All right, shooter number 1 is Jack Eichel. He's in. And he cannot beat Chris Drieger. Let's go. Jordan Eberle is our first shooter here. He goes to the backhand, but he cannot solve Robin Lehner. Come on, guys. If we win this, we win the division. And Stone goes 5-hole on Drieger. Not good. Shooting for us is going to be Brock Besser. We brought him in at the deadline, and he scores. That's what we brought him in for, to score goals, and that's exactly what he's doing. Marchessault brings it in. Save here from Drieger is huge, but he doesn't get it. Marchessault snipes it, and we need a big goal here from Bjorkstrand. He brings it in, and he scores! He keeps it alive. Let's go. Here comes William Karlsson. Makes a move, makes another, and he gets poked by Drieger. This is a huge opportunity for Burakovsky to secure the division, and he gets robbed. Back the other way, it's Smith. He comes in, shoots, an easy save for Drieger, as this could be the division. Resting on McCann's stick. He's going to bring it in. He shoots, saved by Robin Leonard. Back the other way, Vegas brings it in. He shoots and saved. Oh my. We're going back and forth here. And it's going to be Matty Beniers, the youngin. He can't beat Leonard. The goalies are standing strong here in the shootout. Alex Pietrangelo brings it in. He can't score. Who are we going to bring out there? Shane Wright? Who's next? It is Shane Wright. He comes in, shoots, and Leonard makes the save. This is the longest shootout of all time. Drieger standing strong so far. That one stays out somehow. And we have a chance to end it with Jaden Schwartz. Can he do it? No, he can't. That wasn't even close. The shootout continues. And a big save from Drieger as we just continue to have opportunities to end it, and we can't. Yanni Cord brings it in, and he doesn't even come close. Screw it. Put Carson Soucy out there next. I don't care. Here comes Nicholas Waugh, and he's going to get robbed by Drieger. The goalies are unbelievable. Oh, no. Here's Dunn. Dunn brings it in. Scores! Vince Dunn, the defenseman, ends it, and your Seattle Kraken are the Pacific Division champions. Now, we may have been the division champions regardless if we won that game or not, but I don't care. You got to end the season with a W. Burakovsky leads the way for us with 67 points. Besser, since coming to the team, has done great. Almost a point per game. 63 points, done very well. Jordan Eberle had 58, Gorb at 54, Shane Wright 47. Doing pretty well. There's Matty Beniers with 37. I'm happy with that, though I'm not happy with the minuses I see on the team. Who are we going to be rolling with come playoff time? Looks like it's going to be Drieger. In 36 games, he has a better save percentage and a better goals against, so we're going to roll with Drieger in the playoffs here. Pasta leads the way with 111 points, followed by Bergeron, Ovi, Draisaitl, Marchand, Barkov. No real surprises up here. I guess, like, McDavid didn't do as well as expected. Everyone else up here puts up a lot of points usually. Maybe O'Reilly's a little bit higher than usual, but other than that, a lot of these guys should be where they are. We clinched the Pacific Division, and in the entire league, the Seattle Kraken finish 8th. I will take that. 1 point behind Montreal and Buffalo. Guys, look at the Atlantic. Boston, Tampa, Toronto, Ottawa, Buffalo, Montreal. Montreal had 97 points and didn't make the playoffs. That is hilarious. Detroit, 92 points, didn't make the playoffs. The Atlantic is disgusting. As for Connor Bedard watch, the New York Islanders finished with 63 points, only 29 wins on the year, followed by the Devils, the Blackhawks, the Kings, and the Flames. Going to be interesting. As for us, who are we playing in round 1? We're going to have, in round 1, the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota had 89 points. They had 39 wins on the year. They scored 1 less goal than us throughout the entire season, but they allowed 30 less. Interesting. We had a better power play than them, which is shocking because our power play was not great. Actually, our power play picked it up near the end there. We did pretty well compared to our opponents here, so I'll take that. However, our PK was worst in the conference. The Lions from Minnesota, of course, they did pick up Tyler Bertuzzi there. They have Kaprizov, Eric Sneck, Zuccarello. Steele is their second-line center, and I do feel like we have more depth up here. That being said, they have Jordan Greenway, so something to be concerned about. They have Matt Boldy out there, Bertuzzi, of course. And on defense, they have Brodin, Spurgeon, Goligoski, Dumba, Addison, Middleton. Their goalie, Marc-Andre Fleury. So someone to keep an eye on. We'll see if we can beat them. We won the division. Let's see if we are the favorites heading into these games. A big Game 1 against the Minnesota Wild at home. And after the first period, we're down 1-0. And I feel like this is a common issue. However, we are out shooting them 16-8. Second period, it's 3-2. Let's go. Matty Beniers gets a goal. Burakovsky and Sprong, and then Foligno makes it 3-2. We have a big lead in shots. McCann makes it 4-2 as we are taking over this game. Come on, guys. No, Foligno scores exactly where McCann scored from. 12 minutes to go here. We have 16 more shots, 18 more shots than them. We are all over these guys. Fleury making a lot of saves, even though he's allowed 4. A power play to end it, and we can't get it done. 3 minutes to go in the first game of the playoffs, and we walk away with a victory. Foligno had a hat trick, but it wasn't enough, as Seattle walks away with a big W here. Now, from here on out, I'm going to sim the next 2 games. If we're in an elimination position, I will come back to slow sim. If not, I will sim until the next elimination position. We'll do this for every round. I'm not going to slow sim every game. And there it is. We are 3-1 in the series against Minnesota. A chance to end it off at home. Let's do it, guys. Let's win this game and bring home round 1. After the first period, it is a 2-1 game. Bertuzzi and Goligoski score. Burakovsky for us. Second period, it's 4-2. There's Jordan Greenway. I knew it was going to happen. Shane Wright gets a goal for us as we're down 2 here in the third period to the Minnesota Wild, who's looking to save themselves here. Shane Wright gets another goal. There's 14 minutes to go here in the third, and we have a chance to tie it up on the power play, and there it is! McCann on the power play. That's what we needed. Tie game here. Minnesota on the power play, and Bertuzzi scores. Not good. 5 to go. They're out shooting us. Drieger having a tough game. 1 minute left, and we lose. Not able to bring it home. Bertuzzi had 3 points, as did Shane Wright. Unfortunately, we do not end the series. All right, well, we have another chance to eliminate them, this time in Minnesota. Let's make it happen, guys. Come on, let's do it. Let's just end this. Get a little bit of a rest for round 2. First period, it's 2-2. Schultz and Burakovsky. Second period, 4-4. Goals everywhere. Jordan Greenway getting another one, because of course he is. And it is a 4-4 game here in the third. A lot of goals on not a lot of shots from Minnesota. We have a lot of shots. Can we get another one to get by Fleury on the power play? Yes! Jared McCann, just as the power play expires, and we have a lead here in the third. Shut them down. Schwartz gets it. 6 to go. Another power play. We don't capitalize, but that is all right. 1 minute to go. I feel like I haven't seen an empty netter at all yet this entire video. Regardless, we eliminate Minnesota. Bertuzzi with 2 more points for Minnesota. He played very well for them, but it's not enough as we walk away from Minnesota with a series win. Through 6 games, Burakovsky, 10 points. Besser, 9 points. Scored, 9 points. Wright, 8 points. That's what I'm talking about. Drieger, not looking phenomenal out there. We're going to roll with him in the next one. However, if he has a tough couple of games, we will give Grubauer a shot. Tampa Bay eliminates Toronto in the first round. Pittsburgh eliminates Ottawa. The Rangers eliminate the Capitals. Buffalo eliminates Boston. And it comes down to Vancouver and Vegas. Imagine we go up against Vancouver here. We just picked up Brock Besser. Let's find out what happens. We are going to be playing in round 2, the Vegas Golden Knights. Hey, if they had Brock Besser, maybe they would have won. Let's take a look at Vegas. Marchessault, Eichel, Stone, Smith, Stevenson, Kessel, Waugh, Carlson, Patrick, Cotter, Carrier, and Kolsar. Defense is Theodore, Pietrangelo, Martinez, Whitecloud, Hag, and Stetcher. And in net, they are running Robin Lehner. We struggle with him in the shootout. All right, game 1. Let's see how we do against the Vegas Golden Knights. Again, we're going to do the first game, and then depending on where we are, we'll do some more games later in the series. But first game against Vegas. The first period of round 2. It's a 1-0 game. Jordan Eberle gets the goal. Second period, it is 2-1. Ryan Graves, what a great addition he's been. As we have a 1-goal lead here in the third. They are heavily outshooting us. But Eberle gets a goal. It's 3-1. Drieger came to play a power play. Can't get it done. Vegas on the power play. That is quickly ended as well. We're coming back in shots here. Another power play. And we score. McCann gets it. That's going to ice this game. A big victory in game number 1 against Vegas. And we are looking pretty damn good. Drieger gets the first star. Graves with 2 points. Let's head on to game number 2. This is unreal. Like, this shouldn't be going as well as it is, right? Like, I only made 2 moves the entire season. Like, this is weird, right? This is weird. All right, we're going to sim the next 3 games, and then we're going to move on to game number 5. Again, I'll let you know where we're at In fact, I'll sim the next 2 games just in case it's 2-0. I don't want to, or 3-0. I don't want to miss anything. We lose and we lose. So we're going to sim the next one. If we lose the next game, that is an elimination position. Game number 4, we win in overtime. Perfect. It is game number 5. We're going to sim this as well. No matter what, we will slow sim the next game. We lose it, so we need to go back-to-back against Vegas here. Let's see how we do. Come on, guys. Big victory needed. We're behind in the series 3-2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. We're in Vegas. We need a big game here. After the first period, it's 1-0 Ryan Graves. I love this guy. Second period, still up 1-0. 23 saves so far from Drieger. They're on the power play. A long power play. What the hell happened? What is happening? Doesn't matter. We kill it off, and then we can't score on our own power play. They have a lot of shots with Drieger standing tall. Matty Benier scores from the corner. It's 2-0, a 5-on-3. And we don't capitalize. No. Marchessault scores on Drieger. 2 minutes to go. And then Wah, with 1 minute to go, ties it. Are you kidding me? The power play, which was a problem all season, may come to bite us in the ass right here. Now, I can't, in my right mind, not watch this. Let's see how it ends. Competitive All-Star, yep. We're just going to leave it. I'm going to watch it. I'm not going to do a ton of commentary. I'm just going to let you guys see the final game-winning goal.
1 hour later.
Shorthanded. Donskoy in. Oh, no, come on. Oh, man, what a great chance. There it is. William Karlsson ends our playoff hopes. Vegas wins the series 4-2. Damn, man. We had this game in the bag, and we blew it. We take the L. We get eliminated by Vegas. However, I will say that was a pretty successful first season at the helm of the Seattle Kraken. Burakovsky had 13, Besser had 12, Wright had 11. I mean, I can't be upset with that. Of course, Benier's only had 4. Not super happy with that, and we'll see where these guys grow at the beginning of next season. Dunn, Sprong, yeah, I mean, I didn't expect too much from these guys. And of course, the goaltending wasn't phenomenal. Let's see who's going to win the Stanley Cup. Pittsburgh eliminates Buffalo, and they're going to the finals, and it's going to be between Vegas and St. Louis. And it's going to be Vegas versus Pittsburgh. We get eliminated by Vegas. They go on for the Stanley Cup finals. One last shot for Crosby and Malkin and Letang. Let's see who is going to be your Stanley Cup champion. It is, indeed, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. They have one more cup. Oh my God. That is unbelievable. Columbus wins the draft lottery going from 7-1. And Winnipeg goes from 8-2. New Jersey and the Islanders get screwed. That is unreal. The awards for this season, obviously Pittsburgh gets the Stanley Cup. President's Trophy goes to Boston, the Clarence to Vegas, the Prince of Wales to Pittsburgh. Pasta won the Art Ross, the Hart, the Norris to McAvoy. Man, Boston's all over this. The Calder goes to Slafkovsky, Conn Smythe to Crosby, the Vezina to Vasilevsky, the Jennings to Vasilevsky. Masterton goes to Sherratt? What? Jack Adams goes to Donald. Let's go. We get an award there. The Jack Adams for Seattle. Couturier gets to Selke. Lindsay goes to Bergeron. And the Richard to Alex Ovechkin. We finish year 1 with a record of 43, 29-10, and get eliminated in 6 games in round number 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Pending free agents, well, we have a good shot at getting some big name players. That's for sure. Between Pasta, Kane, Horvat, DeBrincat, there's a lot of big-name players. I wonder who we're going to go after. For us, we have some decisions to make. Are we going to bring back Graves? The answer is yes. I can tell you that right now. He was very good for us, especially in the playoffs there, putting up some big goals. I'm very happy with his play, and someone I'm going to keep around for a long time. Vince Dunn is an RFA. And then we have Susie, Donskoy, Geeky's an RFA, Sprong's an RFA, Donato's a UFA. We have a lot of expiring deals here, so lots to do at the beginning of next episode, including the draft. So I wonder what we're going to do. Connor Bedard, obviously the #1 looking prospect. He's going to go to Columbus. Huselius here, medium elite. Karlsson, medium elite. Obviously a lot of names not on here. I'm just using the basic default rosters from EA. next time. If you guys have any suggestions for rosters here on PS5, let me know, and I'll take a look at them. As for us, I mean, we're going to be picking somewhere around here, I would assume. I'm not really sure what we're going to go after, but I would assume, I say the word assume a lot here, but we're probably going to go with a defenseman. Axel Sandin Pellikka. What's up, man? Now, if we really wanted to make a splash, we can go after Esa Kuparinen, but I don't see a scenario where we move up that much. He's the next Rob Blake, apparently. Guy's got a lot of X-Factor abilities, but I just don't see a scenario where we're able to move up that far in the draft. For now, guys, that is going to do it for the Seattle Kraken franchise mode. Thank you for checking it out. Unfortunately, no Stanley Cup in year 1, but we did pretty damn good. We did a lot better than I expected, and we'll see how we do in year number 2. If you have any suggestions or changes you want to see, make sure you let me know down below, and I will do my best to do that for you guys. And of course, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you at the draft.